That was for the character of Satawa from Nintendo Direct joke. Okay, good gosh. Okay, The Wind Rises. The final Hayao Miyazaki movie. It's a beautiful and wonderful and welly drawn film. Welly, well drawn film. What are many things good about this film? I will tell you later. I do have to go to my nitpicks. Okay, now I do want people to understand there is no such thing as a perfect movie. There's no such thing. So there are a few nitpicks. Now, the nitpicks I'm going to say are kind of things that are going to be spoilers. So if you want to skip this, then go to this time slot right here and get to the good parts, like talk about how awesome this film is. But if you don't want to hear my nitpicks, then skip to this time. Okay. What do I think about the film of nitpicks? The problem I have with it is that, of course, that it kind of is a long movie. It does kind of have, there's some scenes in the movie that kind of went too long, but I feel like it still has that great point in the movie. Now, the point of The Wind Rises is interesting. Now, there's one part in the movie which I'm kind of shaking my head over. Like, okay, there's this scene where the man's wife, the wife is supposed to be sick, so she's in the hospital to get better. How come she doesn't? How come she has to go to him, and how come he can't just go to the wife at the hospital, leave the project, and just go with him? If he really loves his wife, then he should have done that. But of course, a person trying to follow his dreams is supposed to do that. I can understand very well. Now, okay, now there's also a scene where the disease that she has, I can't remember, but from what I've heard from the disease, it's contagious. So we never see in the movie that he gets the disease because, of course, that he's spending time with his wife, he's having a good time with her, but like there are also parts where she knows she's sick, but there's one part in the movie where he said, "Can I smoke?" Like, and then he's like, then she's like, "No, just be next to me. If you want to smoke, smoke next to me." Like, what? Like, are you kidding me? You're sick and you want to get better. You want to spend more time with your husband and you just can't. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to put it, but it's just that kind of a problem in the movie. It's just that's how it is. Like I have issues with it, and there are also some awkward and moments in the movie which I don't want to explain, but you have to see the movie for yourself to understand. There are a bit of awkward moments, but it doesn't spoil the movie for you. Okay, now getting to the good parts of the movie. The animation of the movie is fantastic. Like, the movie is fantastic. Like, the animation in this movie is just so beautiful. And how the wind in the movie, of course, The Wind Rises, how the wind and also the moving in the movie, it's just gorgeous. Like, I do love all of the drawings and the coloring in the movie. It's just it was just wonderful, and it feels really good to watch this film. Now, the point of The Wind Rises, the message in the movie is supposed to talk about involving how war is bad, and that's kind of has one of those messages. War is bad, you shouldn't do it, and how you should follow your dreams, as well as the point of your life. Your life is like the wind. Like, it goes through the future of the movie. Like, you know how the wind is. It goes like straight, it goes into a curve. Like, it's kind of like life. Like, we're in a point where we're aging and we're like blowing into a point where something's going to happen. We're making turns, we're making like that. The wind is kind of the idea of the movie, of the title, The Wind Rises. The characters are not that memorable, not one of his most famous memorable characters, but they are characters that will stick to your head when you see this movie. It's a wonderful and beautiful movie that I hope it's not one of Hayao Miyazaki's final films, because I believe he can do more. I do believe, Hayao Miyazaki, you can do a lot of great stuff. I know you're retiring, but I've heard that you've retired, tried to retire before, but somehow you don't want to retire. But if it's one of those points where you're not going to retire, then go ahead, make more great and fantastic films. FC100 signing out for this review. Now on to Clue.